Hey guys, good morning. It's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk. Usually I say from the left side of the Atlantic, but we got a special guest today. Talk to me, Goose. And so now I'm on the south side of the Canadian-U.S. border, and we got Goose coming at you from the north side there.
Good morning. Good morning.
Goose is filling in. He has agreed to do that. He's in the hot seat today, so we're going to go on with coffee talk, and we're glad to have you. We did a video. We did an interview. Has it been 3 years now? Maybe at least 2 years. Probably 2 years or so. And we did an interview video, and then I've been on your stream a couple times.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And we also had you on What Now
Yep, that's right. That's right. So
at Christmas time.
fantastic. Was that last Christmas? Holy cow, that's apropos because here comes Christmas again, right?
Yeah, dude. It's pretty crazy, to be honest, how things go.
Is this the part now where we start panicking that it's not going to happen?
Oh, no, nah, not yet.
No, we don't. Oh, okay. We don't go on the forums and say, "Oh my God, where's the Christmas event? What the heck's happening?" Is that
Not yet.
not yet? Oh,
I'm still waiting for the people to be like that. Where's the Halloween event? Because they haven't talked about it. And I'm like, everyone's like, oh, it's this new Waffentrager event. I'm like, no,
mm.
no, I don't think so. This is happening in September. So
Yeah.
I
We're
think it's
gonna
like a lead up like last year.
absolutely. We're gonna talk about the Waffentrager. That is coming up. Were you involved last year in the Waffentrager thing?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So we'll talk
Yeah.
about what happened last year, which is pretty cool. From the article, it looks like it's somewhat similar with a few changes, though. So we'll discuss that. Channel news, guys. 100 Battle Challenge is ongoing. I finished the EBR.
Hey. Nice.
Yeah, so I got the EBR to 100 battles.
And
59% ended up being the end game on that thing. Two marked at about eight, sitting at 89% right now. So that
okay.
actually worked out okay. That's an interesting one because it's the tier 7. So it
Oh,
does.
we're talking the tiers, the
Yeah,
Hotchkiss.
yeah, the Hotchkiss. So it doesn't have the boostination going on, but it
I'm
does.
surprised.
Yeah, but it is still pretty fast, and it doesn't get tracked. And I'll tell you, the advantage of that. Plus, its HE round is pretty decent as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised. The Hotchkiss, usually people kind of dookie on it a little bit. It's not the greatest of the wheelies, but let's be real, it's still a wheelie,
That's the
and
thing, right? It doesn't
it's
get tracked.
still got those vibranium wheels.
It doesn't get tracked. I can't stress enough how I consider it kind of game breaking because it's such a basic mechanic. But that's past that, it's so strong to be able to make moves and not get stopped,
Yes, I agree.
even with its low hit points and bad view range, which actually doesn't matter based on the way the game is played. But whatever. Good tank. I quite enjoyed it. Now it is weird, and you do have to take care when you're driving the wheeled tanks because you can get yourself stuck on things and you know fly
Flip
off
it
of edges
over
and
and
flip it
yep.
over and do crazy stuff. So you do have to be careful. But I don't know. Anyway, that's what happened with that. On to the next tank, which Buggy I think is getting close to 100 battles. Doing all right in that next.
Good morning, Hisenberg. Your comment. Oh my God, Pilgrim looks awful this morning.
And he's got a Canadian accent.
Oh no, what
Well,
do you mean?
I heard it just a little while ago. There's just a twinge
No
of
way,
it.
bud. No.
Yeah, just a twinge, man. We kept it in the kingdom though, right? The former
Yeah.
we kept it in the former colonies. We didn't range too far afield away from the UK when we picked up
Oh,
the
oh,
when we picked
oh,
up.
listen to this guy. Take off, you hoser. Yeah,
Yay, yay,
fucking A, bud.
take off.
Oh
Next
man.
stream is Monday, guys. There should be a stack up in the afternoon as well. So I have Monday off. I'll do the charity stack up in the afternoon, and then probably Friday. I think that's my next day off as well. So expect Monday, maybe Friday for streaming next week. As always, coaching available, Guido at 1212gaming.com. And that is pretty much it for channel news. Let us move on to, we're going to shill. We're gonna have Pilgrim help us shill today. So we got the blue light special going on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is where Pilgrim and I make our money.
I was just trying to. I was looking around my office. I'm like, do I have a red light here anywhere? Like, I don't. Unfortunately, sorry.
All right. Holy cow, what do we got going on there? Sparky 49, 26 months, currently on a 17 months
Damn.
streak. Thanks, man. Very much appreciated. All right, let me get Chrome going here. I always have to futz around with this. You would think I'd fix that earlier, but nope. Nope, that's not how we do it. And where is it?
Good to see you, by the way, a grumpy old man. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, the Mid Autumn Festival. I got you.
Mid-Autumn. Well, we might as well do it now. Mid-Autumn Festival, you need to go get your stuff today because this is the
Is
end.
it? Oh, thank you.
Go get your stuff today.
Guess who's doing that right now? Me.
Now, that's actually apropos for shilling because I was looking at this morning. And let's just jump there first. We'll go over to the Mid-Autumn Festival here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how many moon cakes I have.
Yeah, exactly. These packages are actually not a bad deal because if you do the maths,
It actually, you basically get the moon cakes free.
correct, you're getting the gold and the time for more or less what it is. I think $1 or $2 more, but you also get all the mooncakes and the goodies. And in this case, for $40, you're going to get 28 days, almost 6,000 gold, rounding up. 88 mooncakes, which is enough to go through the main stuff and grab probably a few more because more than likely you played during the event as well, so you should have extra mooncakes laying around as well. So it's a lot of different goodies. Just something to think about if you're one of the free to play and you want, say, a month of gaming, or even less. You can go 18 or 8, all that good stuff. So not a bad deal. Sometimes those are pretty, let's call them not good deals. Sometimes they're not good deals, but that one was all right. So looking at featured, Commander AF's code today, my friends, is, where did I write it? Or way to be. OR way to be.
Or way to be.
Or way to be. That's a lurva for 3 days.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a good one. 3 missions. Not 3 missions. 3 days and some chocolate, I believe, to go with your
Morning for free.
go with your lurva. For freeze in the house. What's happening, man?
I got B-Ted here too.
Yo, B Ted.
Moon pies. Yep, Wayne. Yep. There's some good stuff in the Mid Autumn Festival. Definitely a great place if you're a free to play player. If you've earned some of these to get some camos for your tanks.
Also,
I mean,
some
credit
premium
boosters.
days. You can grab some
Credit
premium days in there
boosters.
as well.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I mean, premium boosters or the consumable packages are good for the credit boosters. Those are nice to grab. You know.
Yeah, don't leave it on the table. Just go spend them on something.
Yeah, that's what I just did as we're talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't need any more premium time. I mean, I'm already at like almost 2 years.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I rarely pick the premium charm anymore, but as CCs, we generally get more than enough of that kind of stuff. Really, what you want to do though is go to the articles here. You're going to scroll down and find the Mid Autumn Festival. Looks like this. It's got a moon on it. You'll click on that, and then go
And
down
click on
to
levels.
the dedicated website. Bring it up, and it's actually mooncakes.worldoftanks.com if you just want to type it in. Click on levels, and I like the aesthetics of the pages, but they are a little bit weird.
This makes it easier. I just posted a link in your chat.
There you
My
go.
mod makes it easy.
There you go. And so that's what you're looking for, and you're just going to grab. You can get some days of premium right there. 32 mooncakes, but you can do it 3 times, so that's 6 days of premium if you wanted to do it. Now,
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, for a free to play player, that's great. So
Yeah.
here's the deal too. If you're also a free to play player and you use the code for the load, just a little FYI for everybody, that's a free tier 8 premium. Play the tier 8 premium in frontline with the credit boosters running today. You know, make yourself some money.
yeah, Frontline also ends today.
Yep.
So this version of it, or this phase, or whatever they're calling it right there. So if you're doing Frontline, that's the end of it until next month, I guess. We have the 1357. You have that tank, Goose?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes. That thing is a must.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
one of the if you don't have it, and even if you're a jaded, I don't spend money on this game anymore. That
That's a good one.
might be one worth getting still.
I would agree. Wolf packing in it, 3 of them in a game is kind of funny.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah, they're crazy. The Progetto is out. That was in conjunction with Frontlines. It's a very popular Frontline tank.
Very much so. Yep.
Very accurate, very mobile.
Samoa's right up there as well. I like the
Yep.
Samoa. It's they put a good list of premiums out.
Yeah.
These ones are all I can't really say none of these are worth getting between those three that we've mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Lurva at this is still good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even the
Yep.
Lurva is still good. Progetto is apropos to some extent as a comparison to the Waffentrager prize tank,
Yeah.
The Astron Rex.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the interclip on it is pretty rough.
On the
Um,
Astron. Oh yeah.
oh yeah, like the interclip to me, I'm just like, man, like, what is it with all these new tanks they're coming out with that are autoloaders, but they're putting these monstrous interclips on them that you
Because
take
I
a look.
think they've learned that they're pretty overpowered. I mean, the Progetto is clearly too good.
Yeah,
Uh,
it
it
has its moments, that's for sure.
it gets the stats get some noise in them because they see. I've always said, and I believe this, and I think it's 100% true, that the tiering system covers up a lot of the sins of overpowered tier eights because they see nines and tens, and they beat nines and tens are going to beat up on an eight even if it's overpowered.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
But
Yeah,
if you're looking at tier for tier, it's clearly at the top as one of the best tier 8 premiums for sure. So, of course, any new tier 8 premium autoloader is going to be compared immediately to the Progetto, right?
yeah. No, I agree.
Even though it's an auto reloader, but small difference. But there you have it.
This comment by Beathead is
What,
really good.
what
Low is a good tank for players wanting to learn how to use their armor. For
yeah.
folks entering tiers 7 and 8 heavies, Low is a good teacher. I agree with that. I agree
Yep.
with that.
Yep.
Don't show your lower plate at all, though. Tell you that you'll be driving super slow. Your engine will get busted all the time.
Little angling helps that a bit. Little angling.
Yeah.
And that's one of the
Yep.
things he's talking about. Obviously, the low helps you
Yep.
with some angling. It's got a strong turret for your peek boom
Oh,
slash
it does.
hold down
Definitely.
stuff. Decent depression. Very accurate gun, so it won't let you down with the shots.
And pretty massive penetration.
Yeah.
Good tank.
Absolutely. So nothing really on the gold, pretty standard stuff. Nothing on the premium. We'll go to vehicles. See what we got for sale here. They've kind of cleaned up a little bit the shop, which I appreciate.
I just want to let you know you have a coupon ready to use. Eh?
Oh, good. The little red guy right there.
And see a
Little
give you
red,
that little.
little red number.
Try to give you that little happiness.
I need to get in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specials. Nothing going on there really. Still have these big packages there, and then Battle Pass is pretty standard, and we talked about Mid Autumn Festival right there. So that's pretty much it for shilling. What else we got? Missions and specials. Hey, is it a ×3 or ×5 this week?
It said ×3, but it's a ×5.
Wait a minute. Now I'm seeing ×3. Are you seeing ×3 in Garage?
Yeah. Oh, it is ×3. Let me take a.
What the heck?
Was it not ×5 yesterday? It was.
It was this morning when I started. So
Apparently, they're switching it halfway through the weekend now.
I don't know, man. So it said the article said ×3. Thursday was a ×5 for some unknown reason. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did.
And it was
I went
completely outside of the weekend thing. And then the weekend thing, and then it was ×5. And now, let's see, Cliffy has answers though. What is Cliffy saying over here? I missed what he typed.
It was a X5s for the Moon Pie and ended at reset. So there you go.
There you go. We finished the group mission. I didn't even know there was a group mission. The group mission. I have no idea what that. There's a group mission.
Wow, you're informed, sir. I have no idea.
I don't know what. I have no idea what the group mission is. What for the autumn event had a group mission?
Wargaming communication at its best. Yeah.
That well, here's the
Fair.
thing about CCs.
Yeah.
We are totally in the know at all times. Right?
Yeah, always. We
I
know
mean,
everything.
the leading, bleeding, cutting edge of information is CCs all day long.
I mean, I read. I'm up to date on most events. I'm going to be honest with you. The last 2 weeks has been kind of a blur with being at a keno, and I mean that was like 5, 6 days, and then I mean I missed some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. Um, but I mean the next event the next shilling thing that is about to happen is the Waffentrager event.
Yeah. Yeah. On its
I'm
way.
curious to see what that's going to turn out to be.
We're gonna good one. Good foreshadowing. We're on our way to there. Common Test 2 for 1.14.1 is open. That would mean to me that that patch is on its way fairly
Yeah.
soon in the next
Oh
few
yeah, for
weeks.
sure. Yeah.
If you're a content creator or save replays or you want to do something like that, do it now because those often break the replay system for older replays.
Yeah. That's something I wish they could kind of figure out, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fix on that is, to be honest, because especially if they put new content in, right? And now you're missing files for you know what I mean, or it's got extra files. It wouldn't be missing files necessarily because they don't really take tanks out very often, but it would be new tanks. And again, I don't
For
know
sure.
why it breaks. It should. Most games have backwards compatible replay systems. Doesn't seem to stop other games, but for some reason this one randomly, right? Sometimes it breaks, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes, I have, Grumpy. I'm sorry to interrupt you here, Guido. I
Oh,
just
no
have a
worries.
question from Grumpy. So, I'm gonna fill you in on something that happened last night. Got a message from the people coming to my chat that Quinetic, right?
Yep.
His daughter got hit by a car last night.
Ah, jeez.
She was walking. Um,
Uh,
so we were all, it was very, very. I personally, it threw me right off for the night just because he's a good friend, man. But me and him chatted, uh, and this morning he sent me a message at about it was like 4 o'clock my time, and I had my notifications. I turned them on, just so I could, if he reached out, I could be there. And he said, "Thank you so much for reaching out tonight. It says a lot about your kind nature. My daughter is home. She got lucky the car wasn't going fast as it just came around a corner. Lots of swelling, bruising, and 2 sprained ankles. Needs 48 hours of close observation, but seems like everything else is okay."
yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Send Quinetic some love, man. He's a good streamer. I enjoy him
He's a
actually.
good dude, man. He's a
Yeah.
good dude. I like Quinn a lot. So, everything is, like I said, I responded to him about 10 minutes later and told him that, we're all here thinking about him and, his daughter. I mean, I have 2 kids, so 2 daughters. So I know uh, I would be beside myself.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, that would be rough, absolutely. But
so
that's about as good an ending as I could come up with when you say
getting hit
hit
by
by
a
a
car while
car.
you're
Yeah,
walking.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
You don't have a giant metal box around you to protect you.
I mean, obviously, a better one would be you said hit, but what it meant was kind of bumped. But I mean, if you've been hit that hard and came over like that, that's for now
Yeah.
anyway. Okay, knock wood, all that good stuff. That's good to hear, man. So send Quinetic some love, my friends.
Some good vibes. Yep.
Good. Yep. Yep. I
Yep.
actually several months back, maybe it's been 6 or so at this point, was just looking through the list and saw him on there for a raid because sometimes I'll just pick somebody just to see what's going on. We go in there
Yep.
and I watched him for a good 30, 45 minutes and I enjoyed his chill and his laid back attitude. So I'm like, all right, that's a dude that's going on my list of
Yep.
raids. So he's been by a couple times and all that. So
He's a good dude. Good
yeah,
dude. A lot of
is
respect.
he
For him.
is he in England?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. He's
that's right.
100% British.
Yeah,
Poor
absolutely.
bastard.
All right, let's move on to subjects du jour because we got a guest here, and I wanted to talk about your recent travels, man. Now, how
Oh.
far is that from you?
I mean, it's about 1,000 or 1,200 kilometers from where I'm at.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, so you
Yeah.
flew.
Oh yeah. 100%. I
Yeah.
was. I was. I was not. Was not driving that. I'm really happy now that they have a highway though. You can go around Montreal, so that makes me happy. Used to back in the day have to drive through Montreal, which was an absolute nightmare. But there's now a highway that you go around that, which is nice. But it was an amazing trip, dude, to Aquino.
So tell us about it, man.
Um, oh, dude. So we got there. I got a funny story for you all. Here we go. First off, a lot of the people who watch my stream have already heard this one, but you're gonna get a kick out of this. So Friday, we walked around all day. We were just walking and walking and walking. I put 17,000 steps in on Friday. Just so you know, that's like, oh yeah, 100% grumpy. So we were walking around, and we finally, it was about 6 hours into our day. We're all hot, sweaty because it was like 31 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in freedom units. 88
Hot.
degrees Fahrenheit.
Hot.
Warm.
Yeah.
So we get inside this wonderfully air-conditioned museum.
Nice.
And it is nice, great feeling. Except you have they have a special guided tour for us, the CCs and some of the couple of the staff, the wargaming staff were with us. There's probably about 10, 12 people. Now I went and found this bench. I go and find this bench that has this air conditioning vent right above it, blowing this cold air down. I was hot, like I'm sweating, man. I'm a big dude.
When you sat down, did you grunt like an old man? Did you go? Mm.
Oh, it's like yeah.
Good,
So I'm
good,
sitting
good.
there like this. I'm leaned up against the wall like this.
Where was your fanny pack?
I just did a backpack on.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sitting there like this, just leaned up against the wall, and
Yeah.
then I look over like this, like I just put my head to the side. You know how you just go to look at something, and something catches my eye,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh,
Was it
like,
something special?
oh yeah,
Ah,
oh
okay.
you wait.
Okay. All right.
So I see this on top of a shelf.
It's a tank museum.
Yeah. So I see this sitting on top of a shelf.
It was destiny.
Oh, it gets better.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets better. So in all of my, glory and excitement and happiness, I get up, beeline it straight to this object because I saw the Top Gun, and I saw the F-14, and anyone who knows, just take a look over my shoulder. Over my head, everything. It's So I grabbed this Kobe model set. It's up. We're talking up on like I have to stretch to get this.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't come down at first, so I just grabbed the other model. There's another model sitting on top of it.
You
So I
you
take it-
threw that. You just chucked that out of the way.
I slide it over.
You just
to
like
the side.
get out of the way. What kind of airplane was the
It's
one you
better.
slid away?
That was a tank.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's a stack, so I slid it over. I'm like, this is great. I haven't made too much noise yet. Everything's fine. Everybody else is literally about this. I'd say about a good 3-4 feet away from me.
You haven't squealed or anything yet?
No squeal.
Okay.
So I grab it and I pull it down. On top of it was a hidden model that I did not see.
Oh.
That model comes crashing to the ground and literally goes bang! Like we're talking like onto the ground. Every single person in the museum turns and looks at me. I'm standing there holding the Top Gun model with this face like I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited. And I look down and Air G like picks it up. And I look at everybody. I slide the Top Gun model back onto the glass case, put the other one back on top of it, and go back and sit down. As soon as the museum experience ended and all that, I went out to the lady at the gift shop and I looked inside because they had all their stuff in a tent. So I went in the tent and looked for the model. I didn't see any. So I went and I said, I got a question. Is the Top Gun model that's inside for sale the F-14? She goes, yeah. I was like, can I get it? And I said, do you mind getting it for me?
Watch out for the one on top of it while you're at it.
Yeah. So she went, got it, brought it back, and I bought it. So I mean, yeah, that's, that was day one. I couldn't believe it. RG, everybody just turned and looked at me like, really, really, Goose, this is really.
Well, I mean
Uh,
that's good, but it's no Mighty Eagle, the world's greatest air superiority fighter, right there, baby.
yeah. Oh, look at that! You have it on a stick.
I do. Yeah.
It's an F-15 on a stick.
Well, yeah, because when you brief or debrief BFM, then you can talk about angles, lead fire, stuff like that. There you go.
There you go. Look at that, guys. It
So,
was an epic moment. Oh, B Ted, it was a moment. Oh man.
did B Ted witness it? Was he in the?
Oh, he
The?
was there.
Yeah.
Oh, he saw the whole thing happen. And I mean, I was as giddy as a schoolgirl picking that model off the top of that shelf, and just I was like, oh shit, like because I could feel something slide off it as I grabbed it. I was like, this, like it's just that moment of like, oh man,
Well, you're that guy. You're that guy
yeah,
in that moment, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you don't
At
be
that
that guy.
moment, he knew.
All of a sudden, you're that guy.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
At least the whole thing didn't come down on top of you or something.
It was
You know what I mean?
dead silent except for the tour guide. Like,
Sir, could you please quit touching stuff?
yeah, it's basically right. It's essentially what I was like. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I said I
sorry.
saw
Sorry.
I literally turned. I said, "I'm sorry. I saw this, and I was so excited."
I'll just go back to my bench and
I'll
sit
just
down
go
now.
back to the bench. Yes. You know what I mean? It's like a kid in class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They see something funny, and it's just
Yeah.
like, oh shit. Oh, dude.
And she's like, anyway, so about the Panzer III.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
It was
So who else did you meet?
Commander AF,
Okay, Commander AF. So is
Domo Sapien,
Domo, I've met him.
Tragic,
Tragic.
Crazy Boob,
I've met Crazy.
Fix It in Post.
Yeah.
Another gentleman they had with Fix It in Post. He had a media tag, but I didn't have a name on it.
Right.
But it was all these people are amazing.
So obviously,
the only-
Cabbage Mech is gone. Who was leading the charge down there?
Tragic,
Tragic. Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. They each did their own thing. Like they each had their
Right,
own
right.
agenda, right?
Right.
So like Domo and Boop were there. They kind of manned the World of Tanks station
Right.
and giving out the T-shirts and stuff like that. Yeah, it's too bad. I really wanted to meet Cab because
Yeah.
I actually play a lot of I play a lot of different games with Cabbage, outside of tanks. Like me and him actually hang out in there's a separate Discord that me and him play different games in together
Sure.
and stuff. So I really was looking forward to meeting him. But at the same time, I get what he did and a lot of respect for him.
Yeah.
There's not a lot, I don't see much of that these days where you got a guy who's willing to do that, stand up for what he feels is correct and right. So
I was a bit surprised there was a follow-on post from him, and and again, you don't have to divulge anything that's personal between you guys, but I'm just talking generalities here. I was a little bit surprised when he said he didn't really have a plan, and that may not be 100% true, but I thought when I see something like this, often I go, well, there's probably already something lined up, and he just finally had enough with what he's dealing with, and it was the right time to go. But this seems a little bit more emotional based.
it was, he's okay.
Good.
But like, I mean, and it's not really for me to discuss too much, obviously.
Sure.
But,
Yeah, I'm not asking for any details. And I'm more talking about the situation because that's usually what happens.
It was for him not. He enjoyed. He loved.
Yeah.
This is from what I know, from what he talked about to everybody.
Right.
He enjoyed working for Wargaming. The people he worked with are great, and I can confirm that Tragic, AF, Domo, Crazy Boop, and Fix It, all solid dudes.
Yeah. Yep.
All solid people.
I met
Lot of respect
Cabbage.
for the NA staff.
Yeah, I met Cabbage and Domo. I think I met Crazy Poop was actually at. Oh, geez, now I can't think what the stupid event is up in Michigan. D-Day,
some sort of
D-Day,
tank
D-Day
festival.
Conneaut, D-Day Conneaut. That's where I went
Okay.
and met those guys, and I think I met Tragic at in Austin when I visited the offices out there a few years back. Like exactly like you said, I'll echo that. Really great people. Enjoyed hanging out with them quite a bit. All right, so who else did you meet there CC wise? Someone asked about
Holy
Klaus.
smokes!
Was Klaus there?
No, he was not.
No.
CC wise, I actually stayed in an Airbnb with BTED
Nice,
72.
nice.
Super cool dude. And I'm not just saying that because he's in your chat.
Yeah.
Um, he is legitimately just a very kind-hearted person. Lot of respect for him. The dude knows how to stay organized and knows how to keep a train moving. Let's just put it that way. Um, he's just an absolute phenomenal dude. Nothing but good things to say about BTED. I met Dead Meat. He is a character. He is so funny. He is a character. Um, he give me a run for my money. Uh, Absolutely awesome guy though. I mean, honest to goodness, he's got a big heart.
Good.
Um, he is very, very much a kind person, and is always thinking about others. I met Air G. Stayed with him. He was stayed with us as well. Air G is an awesome guy. Very quiet. And then once you kind of talk to him and break him out of his shell, he's a good dude.
He's one of the OG CCs.
Oh yeah, he
I
is
mean,
an
he's been
incredible
around for a
player.
long time.
He is an incredible player
Yeah.
of this game. He is just an awesome dude.
Numbers guy too.
Um,
I mean, he can break
oh
down
yeah,
the mechanics on the numbers like no one's
oh
business.
yeah. He's up there with 13 for
Yeah.
sure. I met Lady May.
All right. Cool.
She was there. I met a bunch of people that watch my stream. That was phenomenal to see how many people came out, and I got to meet Mr. Beetlebum was there.
Oh, good.
He showed up. That was another awesome thing to meet. Mr. BB. He's a good dude, man. Another guy that just a class act. Um, CC's. Other than that, let's go. Lady May was there. Goodness, I'm gonna be forgetting some, and they're gonna
No,
be
that's
like,
all
"How
right.
did you forget me?"
So
Uh,
how was the overall event itself?
Far above anything I had ever expected.
Good. Excellent.
Way above anything I had ever expected. Um, I got to ride in an M4.
Oh, very cool. Good.
I like a Sherman actually sitting in the turret while it was driving.
Are you
I
going to
learned
release some video of that at some point? And
I do have video. Yeah, it's finding time right now with a full-time job and
yeah.
you know kids and stuff and family. You know how it is.
Yep.
Because but I will be definitely doing some video here soon. Releasing some. I got pictures and stuff already. Just give me one sec. Let me see if I can send you something here if you want to show people.
Sure, man.
Give
Sure.
me one sec.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I did watch some of the stream that Tragic was doing. I caught, I think, the battle, at least the end of the battle. I kind of forgot about it. We talked about it last Sunday because there was some drops for last Sunday if you watched it and you had a chance at a Type 59 and I think one other tank. I totally forgot about it, so only caught the last 30 minutes. But it was cool watching that. We saw Commander AF and Tragic talking and saw the battle. Who were in the tanks? Do you remember on the battle? I didn't catch that part.
During the battle?
During the wargaming battle, the thing at the end with the wargaming, the two leopards, I believe it was.
There was no one from Wargaming in the tanks.
Oh, I thought there were
It was
CCs or
no,
someone.
no. It was all
Oh,
people from the museum. They do
okay.
this at the end of every tank weekend. So I think they do a tank weekend. I think it's once a month on a
Yeah.
Saturday. They get all these tanks out running and moving, and they do like a kind of an in-house, how shall we say, battle. And it was really cool to see those leopards
Well, this one
whipping around.
was wargaming sponsored though, right? Because there was a green
Yes.
flag, red flag, and they were talking
Yeah, they
about
do that. They do that at the end of every tank weekend there. It's called the Battle Royale. That's what they call it. and they get some crew members of the tanks together, and they go out and they just have a face off to see who wins.
Right, right.
Um,
But is it
it's
always
pretty cool.
sponsored by Wargaming?
No, no, no.
Okay, this
Just a Kino Tank
right,
weekend,
right, right. That's
basically.
what I was getting at. Okay,
Yeah.
because last year I believe, or at least the, because I think for free, yeah, for free's in here. He sent me some footage where I guess it was last year, maybe it was 2019, not last year because it didn't happen last year. In 2019, I think there were some wargaming people or CCs or something in the tanks for free. Is that right?
We were in 2019, yeah.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
you said. We this year,
Probably COVID put the kibosh on that or something.
yeah, there's certain things. I sent you some pictures in Discord as well, so if you want to take a look at those, you can.
Okay.
It was really cool to watch though, to see them drive around and do their thing, and I got to learn to drive an M113. Uh, I know it's probably one of the most common
Yeah,
military vehicles in,
yeah.
but what an easy thing to drive. It's a tilt bar system, so it's got two bars. One does the one track, the other does the other track. You
Nice.
don't touch them; it goes straight in a line. It's
There
got
you
your
go.
gas pedal, so you raise your seat up, and you're sitting up like this, kind of looking out the thing, and you're kind of got your arms in, so you're kind of like ear up, peeking out as you're driving, with the seat up, and you just you're giving her. And I had a ton of fun. It gave me a lot of respect for now when playing the game, how tanks move, how they how they turn, like like when we move them and stuff like that. I'm like, man alive, you'd have to be a professional driver to be able to do some of the stuff.
Yeah, to pull off all that stuff. Yeah, yeah,
It was pretty incredible though.
yeah.
I tell you, that experience, getting to actually drive a military vehicle. I mean, it was a dream come true. I was ecstatic. So that's
That's
pretty good.
awesome, man. That's awesome. All right.
I also got to drive in a Lav 3. I don't know if you know what a Lav 3 is or not,
I don't.
but
What is that?
it's a wheeled vehicle,
Okay. Okay.
Canadian made, right here in Canada. I do Google it, but
Yep.
it was 8 wheels. It's got a 25 millimeter salvo cannon on it, high penetration. Pretty cool.
Yep.
The
Very cool.
United States Marine Corps use a version of it, says BTED. So
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I think I've seen that one.
it was awesome. Getting to drive around in that. So me and Commander AF were in the turret during the opening ceremony on day 2, inside that Lav 3. That thing is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. You talk about meeting you talk about meeting CCs. When I got to D-Day Conneaut, we went. I was the last one to get in there. Actually, I drove with Ominous. We showed up at the airport at the same time. It was about an hour drive, hour and 30 minutes or so. So I had a rental. They were going to come get us. I said, I'm just going to get a rental. I don't want to make you guys drive out here, and I want my own car to get around anyway. So
Right.
she showed up at the same time. So we drive together. We go down there. We go to the hotel, and Domo's there. It's me, and it's going to be Mountain Man, who I'd never met. So it's me, Mountain Man, and Ominous. So Ominous and I go in. We sign in. We go up to our rooms. And as I'm getting on and I didn't know who Mountain Man was. I'd never seen before in my life. As I'm getting onto the elevator, I got my bag right, and I'm trying to get on there, and this guy's getting off the elevator with this great big bushy beard, and he kind of blasts by me, right, and I'm like, whoa, I'm like, okay, dickhead. So I get on the I get on the elevator, I go up,
I got you.
I come down, I got now I just have my backpack. I walk out, and he's standing there with Domo, this guy with the beard. I'm like, oh shit, that's Mountain Man, and I'm like, what a dick. And turns out he's a freaking fantastic dude, right? I mean, he was on a mission. He's going down, not thinking about it. I'm taking, stuff out of context or whatever. But I just laughed. I'm like, holy crap, man! You got to watch out what you think about random people, because it just may be the person you're meeting.
Too funny. Yeah, and that's the thing. And it's funny you say that. Everybody has their own little personality and their little quirks, and it's just learning those too, right? Like that's just learning it.
Yeah,
Um,
he's a great dude, man. I enjoyed hanging out with him. Him and Ominous were awesome. But the whole experience was fantastic. It was just a good time all around.
yeah. Morning, Meld. Good to see you. Man, so many people coming in this morning.
Todd Templar, that's not exactly true. I I drove in a Humvee from Kuwait to Baghdad in 2003 during the invasion. Yeah, yep, with the
You weren't even
Marines,
there.
with the Marines, for God's sake. All right.
Uh,
Anywho, what else we got? Let's take a look at the Waffentrager event. Should we do that?
let's do it.
All right.
I am excited. I am literally effing pumped for this. As a CC, being able to play the big old waffle tank, getting to play the special one as a CC as well on Saturdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So last year was pretty fun, actually. I quite enjoyed it. I'm trying to find the article. There it is.
The only thing I'm a little sad about is I don't know if they want us. I don't want to say throwing matches this time, but making it easier for people to win. So I had like
I'm not sure
last-
if that. I'm not that part. I don't know if that part's still under NDA or not.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't talk about it.
But,
anyway. I last
you know what,
year
we
you
are-
have seen some of the shit I was doing.
Well,
I
we
tried
are-
to flip the waffle last year on a bridge. So
Did you
I
end
was-
up winning most of those anyway, though? I did some challenges, and I ended up winning a good number of them.
I did too. Yeah, I did one with no HUD and I won.
And they got
Um,
crazier and crazier because it was kind of easy to win.
I had one where I had to drive only in reverse.
I did that one. I won that one.
I did too.
I won that one.
I lost one with no HUD. I once because I just if anyone here has ever played this game, push the V button. It's meant for like taking screenshots and stuff in the game, but
Yeah.
when you push the V button, you literally can't see anything.
Yeah. I
You
won
literally-
one where the rule was I had to chase the guy I just shot until he died.
I've done that one. Yeah, I did that.
I was not
did-
allowed to shoot anyone else until I tracked the guy I was currently attacking down, and I won.
Oh yeah, it's hard. It just had so much HP, right? Like
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
Now I lost a couple too, so I guess my point of that is, it's not like we drove out and sat in the field and let them farm it and get the bonuses. That it's a little irritating to me. Wargaming does this on occasion. They make these very obtuse rules, and I can see why they're kind of doing it. They don't want all of us to run out and give away the farm, but nobody was. I don't think anyone was doing that. Does that
No,
make you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did one though. It was on the map with Studzianki, I think is what it was, and I had to stay on my spawn point.
I did that. I did that.
I won.
Yeah.
I won and lost one doing
Yeah.
that. I had one where I tried to literally flip the waffle on the Redshire map. You know the bridge by the little town.
Yeah, yeah.
I tried to flip it. It doesn't flip. I tried to roll this thing. I literally went on the bridge and shimmied my tank like this off the bridge so that I could try to roll it.
What did it do? Just sort of.
It didn't. It rolled on its side and then rolled back. I was like, oh, I tried, man. I gave her a good college try to flip that thing.
So because I'm a gamer, and when I'm given rules that irritate me, and this is one thing that gamers are really good at.
Yes.
The gears are already grinding, and now I'm thinking, well, what if I'm just not very good at it? Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, some of the guys are going to be better than me anyway because they're just better players, and they're probably going to win every match. But what if I'm doing the Waffentrager event? I just happen to not be a very good Waffentrager driver.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to get sanctioned? Look, I get it. What I'm saying here is, obviously, I'm going to work. I could take an attitude to work around their stupid rule.
Yeah.
And so then what are you going to do? Are you going to sanction me because I suck at the Waffentrager? You go, well, Guido, you could play better than that. You're doing that on purpose. Oh, how do you know? Why is this rule even there?
Yeah.
Were people actually just driving into fields and getting farmed? I don't think so. But I don't know what everybody did, right?
I don't know. And I mean, there's obviously something behind it. Let's just
Right.
be real.
Right.
There's a metric or a statistic at the end, you know.
Maybe,
I'm gonna see. Who
maybe,
knows? Maybe
maybe.
people will have learned from last year, because as the Harrier, last year, the T-54,
If you had teamwork,
I
you took him
won.
down.
I won 17 times.
Yeah,
So you can do it, and
absolutely.
it comes down to teamwork. It comes down as
Right,
there's got to be the distraction who's constantly just plicking shots at the guy and hiding, taking those poking shots, and you got to have the other five going doing the objectives. You know what I mean?
yep,
It's there's literally those you have to do that,
right.
and you got to have the two guys running that interference so that you can get, yeah, the waffle just can't get from one, two, three, four for free. He's got to be taking hits each time he goes.
But it's
Like,
like anything in this game, right?
it's tough. It's
You
tough
can
to
say that,
coordinate six
yeah.
random people
You
to
yeah,
do that.
you can say that about any random match. Man, if we only did this, would be a win. But you get so many different people in there. Some people pay attention to a lot of stuff in the game. Some people are very casual, don't care.
You
Some.
matched this time though. I noticed that.
Oh, really? So
Yep.
let's look at it then. So we've got three lightly redesigned. We got Muravanka, all
Yep.
right, Siegfried line, and Steps.
Yep.
Those are all completely different. All right, very
Yep.
good.
I'm good with that, man. I'm glad they didn't make it stale.
Right.
Because sometimes wargaming will do that. Like, and this is my biggest complaint. I think why Frontline is the way it is there's just not enough variety.
So there appears to be no boxes. They're gates, I believe, is what they're calling them.
Yes.
As of right now, in this article, there is no discussion about whether you can buy gates. So
There is not.
So do you think the whole Halloween boxes are gone?
You mean the waffle boxes? I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So and again, yeah, we have no essay on that at all. Very very
Literally
interesting.
none. Zero.
Right. So three new maps.
We know nothing.
There's going to be Harriers and obviously the waffle.
Yep.
That's the same. You have to have a key that's the same to be able to drive the waffle, and then you get that through missions.
Yep.
So you have to eliminate, and you get those through playing the Harrier. Does everybody get a key? I don't remember how it did. It was a little bit slow on the kickoff before people started building up keys.
They're hey, very shady. Good to see you, dude. You can buy things. I could just read it.
Okay,
You
can
can
buy things.
also purchase the Astron Rex with Engineer starters, a special in-game key you can earn during the event to activate. It says you can purchase.
And you can, okay,
So
so you can purchase it. Does that mean you're? See, that's what I'm not really getting, because the boxes, which are now Harriers gates or Engineers gates,
yeah, right down here.
you could buy. There were the basic ones that you got through the missions and doing all that, and that's what these seem to be. Although I will say that they have some better stuff in them than they did last time. So I don't know if you can buy an Engineer's Gate or a Harrier's Gate of some kind.
So the Engineer's Gate you'll be able to buy. The Harrier Gate is the one you get if you kill the 110. So
Okay.
the 210 or the 220 is the one that drops the Engineer Gates. So
Okay.
if you kill the waffle, you get the Engineer Gates, like just the standard, I believe, and then
What if you win? What if you
or the
win?
missions.
What if you win as the waffle? Does that give you?
You get to open the gate as well.
That's an
You get-
Engineer's Gate.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And if you open the premium gate, this is something that I'm kind of interested in. If you scroll up just a tad, on the vehicle reward list is the ML 1951, which was before a reward tank, was it not?
The Emil
Not premium.
1951. No, it's a premium. It was a frontline reward, I believe.
Yeah, but it's a reward tank.
I don't think so. Somebody check that for us. I
I'm
think
looking- I'm
it's a
gonna look at mine
premium.
right now.
Yeah, look at it. I'm pretty sure it's a premium, but maybe I'm wrong. It's a decent list. There's actually some pretty good tanks on there. None of them are a stinker, really. Maybe the ISU 152K, but of course it's got the big 750 on it. Actually, the M41D is probably the least desirable on that list.
It is a elite heavy tank. It doesn't say.
Doesn't say plus
trying to
credits. Go
Trying
into
to take a
the
look right now.
view thing or whatever it is there.
Vehicle details.
Now, if you go into the stop it, Windows. Hold on, let me go there.
Stop it, Windows.
The Mill 1951. Where's that dumb thing? What? Oh, it's because it's not French, it's Swedish. Oh boy. There we go.
You'll get there.
I'll get there. So if you go to the research thing, yeah, so more experience, more credits. There you go. So it does
It
give
is?
credit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought because it was a reward tank, because like
Yeah.
the phase one and all those were also frontline reward tanks. It was a
Yeah.
reward because you didn't get it.
Well, yeah. It was a frontline air quotes reward, but it was a premium tank, I guess.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's some interesting tanks on that list. I own every single one of them except the turtle.
Okay, so hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. This is what's confusing me. We have a Harrier's Gate and an Engineer's Gate.
Yep. The engineer gate has a chance of dropping one of those vehicles.
Correct. But if you go down, last but not least, there's a special vehicle gate which requires an engineer's starter to activate. Which means if you get, that's where the Astron Rex comes out, and you need 60 engineer's starters to do that. So where do you get engineer's starters?
Scroll up. It's under the vehicle list here.
Astron Rex.
Scroll up.
Scroll
me
up.
I have it up as well.
So you get the Harrier starters for completing event missions while playing in Harrier squad vehicles. These keys will allow you to activate the Harrier's gate. By completing the Engineer's combat missions, you earn the Engineer's starters. These keys, okay, Engineer's gate, got it. You can also get the Engineer's starters upon completing certain progression milestones, as well as from, okay. So what, basically you get a starter that opens the gate. If you get 60 starters, you open the vehicle gate for the Astron Rex. Is that what I'm reading? I believe that's what I'm reading.
Sweetest prizes are the impressive Tier 8 premium tanks include the Astron. Apart from this predator, you may receive a premium vehicle from the following list as well.
Yeah.
Vehicle gate. So it requires an engineer's starter. Engineer's gate, Harrier's gate, engineer's starter. So, yeah. So basically, you want to save them up. Is what you're doing. You're saving up all the ones you collect to try to open the vehicle gate. So the premium gate is your vehicle.
You think they're burned if you use them?
Yeah, so I figured it out. So I got it all figured out. You ready? I'll give you the full damn breakdown. I just kind of read everything. If you win as a Harrier, you get a Harrier. You get an engineer starter.
And
if you win as an engineer, you get a Harrier starter. You get a engineer starter as well.
Right.
So you get to choose which gate you want to open, whether it's the Harrier gate or the engineer gate. So if you hold on to these starters and don't use them, and get 60 of them, you can open the vehicle gate, which is your premium. Where
do you get that you have to hold on to them?
Well, because you need 60 of them.
Well, why would you not be able to just use 60 of them, and then you have 60, and you also get to open that at that point?
You think that's how it's going to be?
I don't know. It should be.
This is wargaming.
It doesn't say that though, does it?
Well, I'm just saying. You know what I mean.
I know. Oh,
you have to use the 60 to open the vehicle gate.
So that's 60 wins. You have to get 60 wins. That means
you might get some from daily missions though, like 5 or 10.
I bet you don't get any engineer's gates from missions.
I think there's only one starter. By completing engineer combat missions, you earn engineer starters. It says it's right on your screen.
Yeah, but what are the missions? Win in the Waffentrager. Those will have to be way more limited than Harrier's gates. Plus, you need a key. You have to get a key to even play the Waffentrager.
Yes, you do.
And those are missions you get by playing Harriers, by playing the Harrier side.
You got it. Not only that, are we allowed to? I think we can.
If it's not on this article, then no.
All right.
If it's not in this article, no. There are some good bonds available though. If you look at the progression of the Harrier thing, so you can get
3,000 bonds, man.
Yeah, for each one. So that's 6,000 bonds total if you manage to get through everything.
Is it though?
I assume they.
I thought it was only one 3,000 bonds.
Oh yeah, it's for either one, maybe. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. 40. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, I think you're right. 16.
Yeah. It's per. It's you have to earn. You fill out your board, you get 3,000 bonds. I think that's great, though.
It
Personally.
is. There's 40. There's 40 stickers to collect.
Yep.
So on the
Yep.
two, on the two. So there you go. It is only 3,000 bonds. All right, good deal.
Yeah.
And now
3,000 bonds. Good deal.
The Waffentrager's changed a bit.
Yes.
There's some
Yep.
more power. So you got the standard shill. That was the same. You have the
You have.
EMP arrow. That's the same. You have the burst, but we've added teleportation and absorption.
Yeah. Teleportation. We
Allows
can now teleport.
to,
Yeah.
how many bugs do you suppose are in that function?
Can you imagine getting stuck in a building?
Yeah, right?
Your tank just gets like lodged inside like the church or something on.
Or the ones where you get stuck on something, you get launched into space. We've seen
Oh,
those. We've
this is
seen
gonna
those
be
as well.
great.
So it says to teleport to a selected point. Oh, I bet it's I bet it's only certain places you can go. I bet you can't go anywhere. I bet they've mech'd it to a dozen spots or 6 or something like that. That'd be my guess.
Did they? I wonder if they changed the Harriers at all.
We'll have to
I
look
don't
at
see
it.
anything about it.
Operating the
Oh yeah,
vehicle is impossible during preparation. Operating, so it looks like you're kind of stuck when you're getting ready to teleport.
silver bullet. There. Oh yeah, they changed it. They changed it. There's actually 3 vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a resistor,
Yeah. Thunderbolt.
thunderbolt,
Uh, Audrey.
Foudry, charge, ballistic dome, overload. They have a lot of different powers now. Siege
Yeah.
mode increases the vehicle's rate of fire but decreases its mobility. Oh wow, okay, so just spamming some shots out. Overload.
That'll be.
Were there plasma things last time? Is that where you gathered power? Right, you had to go grab
Yeah,
the
so you had to
plasma
kill.
things.
As you kill the groups, there were 10,
That's right.
10 things, and as you killed them, you brought it.
That's right, because the Waffentrager has his little AI buddies that are out there.
Can you imagine, Grumpy? Just teleport on top of one of the Harriers. Squish.
I'm betting it's a specific point. You have a selection
agree.
of
Yeah.
several
There's-
specific points you can go
There's
to.
probably 3 points or 4 points on the map that you can
Yeah.
go to.
Yep.
But it's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see how it goes, and it all starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow. So let's talk about the Astron
No.
Rex. Let's talk about the
Let's
Astron Rex.
talk about the Astron.
Because here it is, right here. Here's the stats as of right now, anyway. Now, it's not released, so sometimes these change. But this is the basic form you're probably going to see it in, based on their article. Important to note, I'm talking about their article. The commander, gunner, driver. There's only 3 guys in this, by the way, folks. So it's not a good U.S. trainer.
No, yeah.
And the commander is the radio operator. He's also the loader. The gunner is also the loader. That helps a little bit on spreading skills around, that you have another option for putting the loader skills on. But still, he's the gunner who has a lot of good skills as well. So when you have a 3-crew tank, they are loaded up on skills, and it's hard to get everything you need on a 3-crew skill. Or, yeah, 3-crew tank. 3-crew tank. That's kind of a bummer.
I agree. There's a lot, like, and I mean, it kind of sucks because when you're looking straight at your commander on the Astron, you need a asinine amount of skills,
right,
to be able to unlock what you want. Like, I mean, I got it doesn't matter. I got five skills on my commander's cab mech. And in those 5 skills, I had to have, 6th Sense, Brothers in Arms, Situational Awareness, Recon, and Camo. So I'm working on the Camo. And there's still, repairs that I need. There's still, like, intuition, safe stowage that I couldn't get. You know what I mean?
That's always on three
Yeah.
crew tanks. On three crew tanks.
It's crazy.
You know, this
It's
is kind
just,
of a crew 2.0 segue to some extent. Just touch on this, but you know, it's been my opinion that you could shit can 2.0 and you could make every tank a commander, gunner, driver, loader. Put the radio operator probably on loader, and then rework some of the skills.
yeah, they're
That way, it's not such a pain in the ass moving crews. You don't have these situations where you have higher tier tanks, a la the Mana Corps, who are absolutely destroyed in the skill system by only having two. Three is bad enough. Two is worse.
two is brutal. Like,
Right.
I mean, you got to realize when you're rocking down to a 2 skill crew, like you just got to look at some of the tier 1 tanks on the sheriff accounts. Some of the frigging commanders have 19 skills.
I never looked at them. That's pretty funny.
19 skills. Do you know how long it would take you to get 19 skills on a crew?
Somebody do that
God.
math. What would it be? It would be
Oh
what,
my God! No, you can't do it.
50,000 battles, 100,000 battles in one tank,
No,
something like that.
More than that. It's more.
Is it more?
It's more. It's
Yeah.
more. It's you need to have like I think it's like almost 1 billion XP. It's absolutely insanity how much XP you need. 13 Disciple actually has.
Oh, did he do that math somewhere?
Oh yeah, he has it. He has the full thing of how much it would actually take
Dude, that's awesome, man. 1 billion.
to get it. Oh, it's an absolutely astronomical number. It's
So one of the cool physical things about this Astron is all three crew are in the turret.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
Well, it's
mean-
interesting in real world terms. You know what I mean? You're driving this tank around now. If the turret turns, what is the driver doing? Like, is now he's sitting sideways and driving like a crab? I mean, how does that work? Obviously, was a project. It was not ever built, so that may have been one of the things they never really addressed on how the hell that was going to work.
yeah, how do we get our driver to drive this thing?
Right. So, I mean, was it a TV system or I don't know? Was he actually up here in this turret? See all the windows around it? Maybe he was actually up high, driving up in this little turret area, and that was his seat. So he manned the gun, and he was also driving from there with the viewports. Who knows? And maybe his seat turned. You know, he stayed forward as the. I mean, that would be weird because he'd have this weird moment arm on the outside of the turret. So he wouldn't just be spinning in the turret. He'd be kind of going around like this. You know what I mean?
He's just stationary as the windows go in front of him.
Yeah. But he would still be moving like this, even as he spun around like a gyroscope in there. The turret, he's at the edge of the turret, so as the turret turns, he's going around the outside of the turret.
Oh,
If that's
can you
what's
imagine
going
how
on.
dizzy you would get?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my God, that'd be atrocious, especially with this thing's traverse speed.
Of
This
course,
thing's got insanity.
of course, we're talking about realism in terms of these fantasy. I call them fantasy
It's
tanks.
not a tumor.
It was
is
it was a project that they were obviously looking at, but a lot of these tanks don't make a lot of sense, and it's why they weren't built to a large extent.
I think it's funny that they keep finding these different blueprints of these
Yeah.
things every so often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you scroll up, though, you can go to like firepower on it, maybe.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We're on so average damage. There we go.
Okay.
320.
Not bad. That's
Not bad.
incredible. I'll take it.
Penetration is low
Oh
for
my
the standard round and mediocre for an APCR round at 250.
I'm a little sad by how atrocious the standard round is. It's the same as a Borat. The Borat's a 190 as well. But for this tank, I feel they should have at least given it like at least 210 for its standard. Like, let's just be real now.
So it's a balance decision, right? Because you're talking about a 5-shot autoloader that in theory has huge burst, but of course,
Interclip.
right. So
Yeah.
so they look at it and go, ooh, we gave it 320 average damage. That's a really giant burst. Okay, balance it by crap penetration, then increase the intraclip, and well, now it's not really an autoloader, is it?
No,
Not in the classic term. So they make these balance decisions and they balance it right out of relevance.
Yeah, then you got this hefty reload after. So you're not. So you mean you got to take the interclip and add it to the full reload. You know, so you're looking at like in between shots, you're looking at 16 seconds, and add that to the full reload of whatever it is, like 30 something seconds. I mean, it's got like a 46.
Well, and then
range.
add some maneuver and some aim time, so no one's ever
Yeah.
going to get it off in 16 seconds. It's probably closer to 20 to 25 seconds to get all those
Right.
shots.
Yeah.
How many
So-
shots does a regular tier 8 medium with a cyclical get in 25 seconds? 3 to 4?
I'd say it's
3 to 4?
yeah, if
Yeah.
not better than that.
Yeah.
It depends on the reload, depends on which one we're looking
And they're
at.
not down for 30 seconds after they're all out of the barrel.
You got it. Yep.
You know, so interesting.
Interclip is 4 seconds per shot. There's 5 shots, so it's 4 seconds in between those 5 shots. So yeah, Todd, it works out to be about 16 seconds.
16 if you're able to pickle off a shot every time it's ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, when does that situation present itself in World of Tanks? Very rarely.
Yeah, it's double track situations are the only time.
I mean, or if you find that AFK guy sitting on cap, right, and you're the only guy
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. What do you mean? That never happens in this game.
1,300 hit points is low for a tier 8.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Which is interesting because this is supposed to be a nuclear survivable tank.
All right.
That was the concept of it. Top speed's 52 sounds good. Reverse is 30 sounds good.
Yep.
You can look it up because it happens to exist in the comparison tool right now, guys. The specific power is 14 and some change. That is heavy tank regime.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It takes forever to get going in this tank. I don't think you will ever see 30 backwards unless you have 5 seconds to accelerate to it.
Driving down a hill.
So it's not like it zooms forward and zooms back. You go, ooh, 30, holy cow, the peek and poke on that's going to be amazing. No, because your specific power is dog garbage.
Yeah, it's got incredible traverse speed though.
Yes. And it's
like asininely
right. Yeah, if you look at it, it's 40 something base traverse, 48 or something crazy.
It's if I'm looking at it right now, all right, in game, and the traverse speed is 87.07 with the setup I have.
Just to be, if you had a setup, but anyway, just to be clear, these
right.
numbers are in the client. Everyone can look at them right now. This is not. There's no secrets here. And what you're talking about is your setup in the comparison tool.
Loot box mechanic. I'm gonna wail for the mill 1951. I'll be annoyed if I get this bucket of crap. Oh, jeez.
Now here's the other balancing side of so many shells, because by the way, it has 5, as we discussed. What's the other balancing? 0.43 base dispersion.
Garbage.
Ouch.
Garbage. So they have this tank listed as a support medium.
Right. Good luck.
Where do they want you to support from 5 meters in front of the enemy tank?
You're supposed to. I'm flanking.
Oh, sorry, my shot hit friggin' the NASA space station. Like,
oh man.
It had 0.43 dispersion, man. That is just atrocious. Atrocious.
Yep. Interclip we already mentioned, but it's 4 seconds. 34 seconds to get everything reloaded. This is a traditional auto loader, not an auto reloader, so you will be down the entire time as you reload. The shell velocity is not great. It's only at 1,000 with the APCR.
I am happy with that in comparison to what was that other vehicle we just got that had 509.
Oh, the Charlemagne.
The Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It had the same shell velocity as some Arty.
Yep.
Like, I can work with 1,000. I can work with the 1,200 APCR. Like, that's decent. 1181, I can work with that.
Now, somebody just said they saw one in game with somebody from Mahau.
That was probably.
I won't mention on who it might be or why they might be playing that tank. Because clearly I don't know.
Oh. I mean, they can just right-click on the person and see who it was.
I know. They could right-click on you and me at this point. But he made a good point. The guy did a bunch of damage. This does have a high skill ceiling. It does have the elements for good players to have big games. It's just a little bit tricky to use.
Only 30 ammo count as well.
I know that's low. And when you're chewing through 5, how many reloads is that? Math in public 6.
5 6. I mean, yeah, at the
Six
start of the
total.
game. Yeah, six total reloads, man. And you're out of
Six total,
shells.
and you're done. And when
So
you're plinking at a .43 or whatever you can get it down to, you got to be
yeah,
careful about taking those snaps or those chancy shots or whatever.
something I'm noticing though as we're talking, and this is something I've noticed about all the tanks that they're starting to release, they're almost dictating what equipment they want you to be putting on these tanks
Yeah.
by releasing these stats. So I mean, we're taking a look at this tank as a player, and I'm sure everybody here is looking at this the same way. I'm looking at this going, oh well, I mean, improved aiming is going to go on this.
Right.
You're going to want to be rolling vents on this, and you're going to want either vert stabs or IRM to get that gun handling to a controllable level, because that's where you're at. And if you want to have the tank faster because it's got such a poor power
to weight.
ratio, you're going to have to sacrifice either the IRM or vents to stick a turbo on it,
Right.
to give it that extra. So I just feel like, they're the way they're balancing tanks is towards what equipment they're wanting you to put on it.
Well, and if you really want it to boost, you're going to put that purple
Right.
purple thing,
That's-
and then you got to get that purple thing by playing something else and grinding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So
Got it.
what's happening, in my opinion anyway, is because the game is so mature and has so much content right now, the only way to make something interesting is either to make it straight up overpowered, which causes issues and people complain, or to give it these weird outlier capabilities, which can still be leveraged by very good players, but also have these extreme outlier bad qualities.
Yeah.
That's the kind of tank we're seeing right now.
There's got its uniqueness.
Right. But the problem, in my opinion, with that in game design terms is when you give something an outlier strength, your outlier players, the very good ones, will leverage that much better than your standard players will.
Agreed. Yep.
So you're playing with fire there a little bit.
I do like that it's not completely overpowered, though. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I am okay with that. Like, if it, for instance, had the interclip of like the Progetto, and this thing is absolutely just a monster. You know what I mean? At that point, it just becomes broken.
I mean, imagine it had the accuracy and intraclip of the Progetto.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would be, you know what I mean?
I mean, the Progetto's bad enough with its 240 alpha. This thing's rocking 320 and
320 with 5 shells.
Five
Could you imagine
shells,
with
yeah.
that interclip? It'd just be broken.
Yep. So looking at survivability, we talked about the hit points. The armor the turret looks interesting at 220. Of course, you've got the big tumor on top, and while it's rounded, it's not really saucer rounded like the Russian tanks.
Why do the American tanks? Why do you guys always put these giant things on the top of your tanks?
Because in real life, you don't kill a tank by taking all of its capability out of shooting one spot, I guess.
Fair.
I mean, I don't know.
There's only so many times in real life you can shoot that cupola for
Yeah.
damage.
I mean, I'm sure a shell hitting that and tearing it up does nothing good for everybody inside. I would imagine that's bad. I don't know, though, man. That's a good question. That's actually an interesting question, really, for a tank expert. It's like, why do the American tanks tend to have these big turret cupolas on top? Is it part of the spotting system? I'm assuming the commander's actually in that spot and not the driver.
Oh,
That's my guess.
So it's funny we talk about this. So at Aquino, I got to sit in a PZ-3J. And the cupola is that hubcap, or at the top of the tank. It is. That's where the commander sits.
Yeah.
I can see why in our game, your commander is always dead.
That's right.
Your head is literally ripped off every single time. So.
Well, watch a movie like Fury, right? They're outside the top of the hatch when they're traveling, so they can see what the hell's going on. And then when bullets start flying, they button up, and now their vision is extremely limited compared to what you can do just sitting outside and looking around.
And a lot of those little glass mirrors that you see, like at the top, like we're looking at the Asher, you see all those little glass things. When the tank is hit by a shell, a lot of those crack. So out of all the tanks that were at Aquino, most of those little glass windows were cracked. So not only are you trying to just see out of a slit that's about this big, and you're looking out each one, and there's little metal gaps, but they're also cracked. So It's
Next
kind of like
next time you come outside in the fall or the winter and your windows are iced up, just take your scraper and put one scrape across,
yeah,
and then
that's it.
try to drive to work like that.
Don't do that, but you get the concept.
All right, so that's the armor. The turret traverse is 44, which is extremely fast. Does it have
Oh yeah,
the whole traverse is fast, although it's not listed right here.
Halterverse is absolutely asinine.
View range is pretty standard at 390, so no real big deal there. Here's the specific power. Dog garbage 14.5. I mean, it's only a 450 horsepower engine, so that's just There's
Which
your
is crazy to me.
There's your traverse 60 degrees,
Yeah, yeah, that's where it starts.
and like I said, 52 and 52 forward, 30 backwards, but you'll never really get there because 14.5 it takes a long time to get up to those speeds. And then any undulations will knock speed off. Hills on this thing will be miserable.
Yes.
It will crawl up hills with the heavies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am right there with you. I would have at least given it a 500 horsepower engine. Let's just be real here.
Yeah. Cliffy, I have seen some snow, correct. The reason I live in Florida is I don't want to shovel snow.
What do you mean?
I don't want to shovel snow. I don't want snow. If I want snow, I will go visit it, ski on it, and go away.
I don't have that option.
Yeah. Oof.
I will send you some pictures this year when we get one of our major snowfalls. You'll laugh.
Yeah.
We had, I think it was like three years ago. We had one of our worst winters in a while, and there was something like 8 feet, 9 feet of snow on the ground at one time.
Yeah.
Like,
Holy cow.
it's just nuts.
That's
It was a lot of snow, dude.
that is a
Yeah.
bunch. So, sort of linked to this slightly is there is another tank floating around called the Object 590.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. I don't know anything about it yet.
Possible.
Let me guess. Another Russian tank?
Yep. And
All right.
a possible tier 9 based on the stats. I don't know if it actually says it. We're talking about 1,750 hit points.
Grumpy.
Yeah. What do you say?
Goose has a door on his top floor
That's
just to
right.
get out when it snows. No, but jumping off of this is a funny story. As a kid, I used to have my bedroom in our house. We used to have like a mudroom.
Yep.
And there was a roof, and my window as a kid was right on top of the mudroom. So in the winter, when it got real deep snow, I would literally put all my snow shit on, go up. My parents loved me when I did this. Go up into my bedroom and open my windows and climb out onto the mudroom roof and jump into the snowbanks, like just like launch myself, you know. And you can only imagine being a 11-year-old boy. What do you think the 11-year-old boy is going to do after he does the first jump? That was amazing. Let's do it again. And track snow through the entire house up to my bedroom. I got to do it twice. For my mom.
Before you were hunted.
Oh, yeah. My mom hunted me down. What are you doing? You don't pay for this heat.
I'm jumping. What does it look like I'm doing?
Yeah, it was,
Jeez.
yeah,
Jeez, Mom.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
That's
Thanks,
funny.
Grumpy, for that. And by young kid, he means last winter. Shh.
Yeah.
That's a great picture, Guido.
I know I was trying to bring it up, but it's upside down, and I don't know why. Why did it do that? That's irritating. I was just going to show I do know about snow.
Did you see the pictures I sent you from Makina?
Yeah, unfortunately, I want to get to them, but I'm upside down. Anyway, that's me skiing upside down.
That's a great job.
I'm actually in the southern hemisphere on that one.
Way to go, Spider-Man.
That's in Australia right there.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
What part of Australia?
With the kind where
I'm just
the
curious.
snowy part. Yeah. Where all the snow is.
You should have just went with Antarctica. It would have been,
Andes, that's where I am. I'm in the Andes.
Yeah.
Them in the Andes.
Yeah.
All right, man.
This is awesome. I enjoy this. This is a lot of fun.
How do I get to those without turning? Because I have to turn off my stupid. Let's just do it this way. Whatever. You guys will see how the sausage is made there. Actually, it's kind of. Oh, actually, we can use that. Let's do this. If I click on that.
Bye, everyone. Me and Guido are like in tiny boxes now.
Yep. I'm trying to get the pictures showing here without jacking everything up completely.
Just put them onto your hard drive and just open them.
Yeah, I will. How do I? Can I drag them? I think I can, right?
Yeah. Or just right click download. Tank butt for a second, Sophie. Yep. Dude, I had so much fun, Kilfie. So much fun. It was such a phenomenal time at Aquino, getting to experience sitting in these tanks.
All right, we got those. I wonder if these will end up being upside down. Let's find out. My technical skills are being absolutely challenged at this point.
It's okay.
And that there are almost none.
There was one time where they wanted me to put a timer on screen for it was bad. It just didn't happen. I got it on there, but I couldn't get to start. Oh, it was yeah. I'm right there with you. Don't worry, man. I not the most technical.
Oh, why didn't it show? Oh, there we go. There it is. All right, cool. All right, so there's. Is that you?
That's me.
Is that you raging?
That is me on the top of the M4 Sherman Billy with B-Ted. That is B-Ted and I.
You and B-Ted.
On the top. Yeah, that is us.
Now,
and I tell you, it was awesome.
It's my understanding that you're crossing the field on Malinovka bottom tier attacking. Is that?
Yeah, we were going.
Is that what was going on right here?
Yeah, we were going to give him the old M4 the Sherman welcome and teach him a good lesson.
It was either that or you were heading to A1 on some map.
For scouting.
Yeah, exactly. Scouting. Yeah. That's right. 2-line push. This is actually the valley in Lakeville that they're going through right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With those modern buildings in the background.
All right, let's get the other one here.
It also looks like he's going 90 kilometers an hour. Now we're going about 20.
There's another one. So you've actually passed by the scout that's spotting you, and you have no idea.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. We I'm gonna tell you, dude. I was sitting up there and I had goosebumps all over my arms. To be able to actually sit in a M4 Sherman, the powerhouse of the Allied forces in World War II.
Yeah.
And experience, what kind of like what the machine sounds like, the smell, the feel, like, you know what I mean, just on such a basic front compared to them. Like, I was literally sitting in the turret and I was thinking, like, can you imagine being in this and then rolling through the trees and all of a sudden there's a tiger or sitting right there waiting for you, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
it's just like, or a leopard. It was just one of those very surreal experiences, and these things are incredible machines, especially for being like 80 years old, 70 years old. These things are just phenomenal.
Well, it's a labor of love, It's a labor.
Oh yeah,
labor of love for the guys that. The guys that take care of them, It's I've done some work with museums along the way, aviation wise, and been around these guys, the curators and the people who take care of museums.
Oh man,
especially the military side of it, because they're generally former military of some kind, or their family is linked. Not always, but a lot of times they are, and they're they're very passionate about the machines and the things that they're taking care of.
Almost possessive.
Oh yeah.
I got some other photos, and when we got to go on the museum tour as CCs, we got an incredibly special package that we were given, kind of like an all access. There's signs on all the vehicles, like the cars, like the old like crew cars, the old officer cars, to say like, don't touch, do not sit in. But we were given the okay to kind of sit in these.
Right.
So I kept asking them. Nobody else did, which was really funny. VTED can attest to this. Nobody else sat in anything. I sat in literally everything. So I'm not even shitting you.
Yeah.
So they had like there must have been 15 to like there's like 100 vehicles. So as we're walking through the museum, we're in the like the back hangar where all the cars are and all the Jeeps and all the trucks. Yeah, see that's awesome, Guido.
See, and that's not, keep telling your story. That this is just a great
So
example of the same thing.
so anyway, he's before we went on it, Cranky's like ask Owen if there's anything you want to sit in. So nobody's asking to sit in anything, and we're walking by all these vehicles. I'm like, what is? I'm like, oh, can I sit in this? He kind of looks over at me and gives me like the side nod, like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Here you just see me take my backpack off, handing my phone to Lady Ma'am, like, take my picture. So I'm sitting in all these vehicles with my hands on the steering wheel. I have a Russian hat. Oh, B-Ted brought me this hat. You guys are gonna love this. In fact,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
I have this official. My look at my hair. Holy God. I have this official Russian like officer's hat.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm sitting in some of these vehicles with this hat on, getting my picture taken. It's you know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah.
just so funny because nobody else, to me, it was strange.
I got
We were
a
given
I
this
got a green
opportunity,
version of
and nobody
that.
else is sitting in any of the vehicles. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's cool, man.
so I took full advantage. I literally sat in everything, everything.
I
Um,
got a green version of that hat. It's their border guard hat, Russian hat that a guy I know back in the late '80s went there and traded a pair of jeans for it.
for the hat,
Yep, yep.
yeah,
Right at the
it's
when the wall came down when people started visiting more.
mine's from the Cold War era.
Yep.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Uh, Getting that stuff, B-Ted brought it to me. I have a couple of you'll know these ones. Editor. There's this American one,
Yeah. Is that a is it Air Force?
50s. I have no idea. You can tell me.
Lift it up, like tilt it back a little bit so I can see the insignia.
Boop. Just a sec.
I think that's an Air Force hat. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. Don't know. Not
But
sure.
it's from the 50s, and it's that era. Like the inside's got like the original
Yeah.
like stuff. Then I have this that B-Ted sent me. That's
That's an enlisted Air
enlisted.
Force hat. Yeah, that's enlisted
Yep.
Air Force. Yeah. Yeah, I think
This
the other
one.
one's an Air Force as well because the eagle with the lightning bolts or whatever
It,
in its claws. Yeah.
so I have two more coming as well from B-Ted that he's sending me, shipping me that were won on an auction. So it's pretty cool stuff. I'll tell you that. Um,
Very cool.
being able to have those and I got all kinds of things now. I got the jacket, obviously you've shown many times. Got the Marine Corps ghillie suit that was actually made by one of the Marines. Sent it to me. Sent me his old ghillie suit.
Oh wow, nice.
He made it. Like it's his. I didn't realize this, but they make all their own ghillie suits in the Marine Corps.
Oh really?
This gentleman did, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a sniper. He's a sniper. So it was pretty cool. Pretty neat stuff. I tell you,
Very cool.
I love it. The. Have you seen the Purple Heart that somebody sent me?
I think I saw that on stream once. You mentioned it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Friggin' crazy. Mac sent me one of his Purple Hearts. He has two of them. He sent me one of them.
Wow.
This is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It's got the story and the paper behind it. I kind of pinned it all in there.
No kidding, man. Yeah.
He was a ranger.
That's one of those awards you don't really want to earn.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You don't go out looking for that one.
No, no. It's so.
Yeah.
But it's making the suit is part of completing the training, I believe, says Six Pack Daddy. There you go.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, the all access thing's cool. The reason I put that picture up is, when I went out to, this is 4 or 5 years ago now, but RAF buddy of mine that I flew Eagles with, he was a exchange pilot. He was flying in their Battle of Britain flight, so he actually has time in a hurricane.
That's so cool.
So
Like,
me and my son went out, and that's the all access thing, right? We come in the back because he's one of the pilots, and we're wandering through the hangar, and all the people are behind the stanchions over there looking at us like, the hell's
who are
going on
these
there?
two
And
guys?
he's like, "You want to climb in the Spitfire?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And
Hell yeah, I
all those
do.
people, like, you can't see it, but all the faces, they got faces like tripe back there. They're just like, "How do we get to sit in that Spitfire?" Holy shit! It was awesome too because it's not built for a big guy.
A big man. No, they
No,
are not. My
no,
dad's a pilot.
I am like overflowing outside that cockpit. I would have been in like this trying to fly that damn thing.
Isn't that crazy, eh?
Yeah,
Like when you think about it, like how nothing was meant for big people.
yeah,
Like tanks are not meant for big people. They may look like gigantic, massive moving parts. They are not big inside, dude.
well, yeah.
Like
I think there was a height limit, wasn't there? I believe, as I recall,
height,
there
size,
was. Yeah,
like uh sitting in the Sherman even, which is a big tank. Those boys in there, they were definitely nut to butt, like in everything they did.
yeah,
And they lived in these tanks, like slept. They literally lived inside of these vehicles. So to me, like getting to see that and see how big they are inside, it was pretty crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
That's how they still live, man. I mean, that's the thing.
at
When
least
those
they have
guys
air
are in the
conditioning
when
now.
those guys are in the field, that's their home. Everything they do or whatever, the tankers all live in the damn things.
Like, yeah, like can you imagine? Like you better like the guys that are in that tank,
Yeah,
or learn to like them,
yeah, yeah. Yep.
because you're going to be spending a lot of time with them. It
Try
was
it.
fun. It was really cool. Some of the tanks, though, man, getting in and out of, like, for me, the hardest one that I got into is the PZ3J. I literally had to like put my arms over my head like this to make myself as thin as possible to
Just
slide into that. Just slide.
wedge yourself in that bad boy.
Oh yeah. And getting out was the same. Because like when I first got in it, man, it was like a cork in a wine bottle. Like I am not a little
Holy
dude.
cow, man, that's awesome.
So I was literally like this, with my arms up over my head, trying to slide down so I could see the inside of the tank. Oh yeah, it was funny. Getting out was even more hilarious. Like I swear I heard when I was trying to get out of it. Like, it was pretty good. And then sitting on top of a Hetzer, that was kind of cool. That was a cool moment as well.
Yeah,
U.S. had a height preference 5'9" before the U.S. entered the war. That stopped by mid 40. Yeah, I can imagine.
yeah, yeah. They needed to open it up to a few more
We need
people.
all the bodies.
Yeah,
We need all the bodies. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, man, it was an incredible experience, and I strongly recommend if anyone next year can get out to the Oshawa Regimental Museum to do it. They're great. It's awesome. So
yeah,
ran out of short people, says Wayne. Yeah.
yeah. That's yeah. I think it's a little better now. They're a little bit bigger machines.
Pig She Fly says the Chieftain's tour of the T-34 driver's seat was amusing to watch years ago. Uh, I got a funny story about a T-34. So there was a T-34 85 at the Oshawa Museum, and dead meat. So he said, you know, if you want to get in it, get in it. But you had to go through the driver's hatch on the front. Now, if any of you have any idea how big that driver's hatch is on the front, uh, I wasn't getting in. It's not happening. But
You were
he
denied,
did.
in other words.
Well, he said, "Go. You can try if you want." I was like,
You
"Yeah,
can
I'm
try
good.
if you want.
I'm." It's like it was like sticking a square in a circle hole. Like it's not happening. Like I mean, it would have just been like not good. It was, but Dead Meat, who's a little guy, he's like 5'7", I think, 5'8" maybe,
Yeah,
and not a big dude. He got in it. Uh, and it was really cool because he was like laying back in it to see out the driver's hatch.
yeah.
Uh, I got a cool picture of him in it. It was really neat. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
I was not getting in it though. I wanted in so bad. I was like, they're gonna be cutting the tank out around me or feeding me feeding or not feeding me. So Cranky said, "Yeah, you would have got in there, and then I would have had to put a sign on the front of the tank: Don't feed the goose."
Yeah.
It'd be like that Winnie the Pooh situation where they're trying to get him to
Canadian
lose weight.
Canadian man stuck in tank.
Good morning, left shoe. Number one
Oh
coffee
man,
talk.
that's funny.
Oh,
I was trying to find. I'm not gonna be able to find it while we're chatting, but I got a picture of my RAF buddy in the turret of the Lancaster as they were doing the flyby for the Queen's Jubilee, whatever
that'd
it
be kinda
was,
cool.
90th or whatever it was, 5 6 years ago. I don't remember. But you see his head's up in the observer. It used to be a turret, but now it's just an observer glass dome. And there's all the Spitfires and Hurricanes on the wing of the
Oh,
Lank
that's so cool.
because the Lank was in the center and all those guys were off in echelon flying over. And
Were they doing a V?
oh yeah, they're flying in a big
That's
V
sick.
with the
That's
Lank in
sick.
the middle of it, and he's got a picture of the one side with all the aircraft down there flying. It's an amazing picture. It's awesome. Yeah, there was definitely a size requirement on the B-17 belly.
It's
Yeah.
true. Could you imagine though how unnerving it would be to sit in that belly gun of that B-17? Everything is trying to shoot you.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that was one of the more dangerous spots in the aircraft.
oh, 100%.
Because it.
Everything, literally everything is the fighter planes are trying to
Yep.
shoot you. Like just like you can literally see everything happening around you. God, that'd be scary as shit.
You're just
I
out there in the
mean,
wind stream, freaking.
oh God, you'd have to have kahunas of steel, baby, to be able to be out there in that. Like that's just nuts to me.
Yeah, and you're just there, and you're all in there like fetal position.
Oh
Your
yeah.
feet are up. It's crazy. Well, all right, guys. If you got any
It's been
questions
awesome.
for Goose, chuck them out there.
Yeah, feel free.
Getting towards the end here. Racken, how are you? Reckon 16
Goose,
18.
what's
How are
going
you?
on, Rickon? How you doing, brother? Good morning. The balls that would have to be small enough to fit in the ball turret.
So,
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you wouldn't want to be like a 6 foot tall dude trying to fit in that little spot. It's just not working.
8,000 bonds. What should you buy? Well, do you want a tank
Well,
or do you want to put some purple equipment?
you want a tank? Liberté's good. The Patriot's good. I'd stay away from the Chrysler or the IS-5. Um, if you're looking for like something to make money, like if you're a free-to-play player and you have 8,000 bonds now, and you're kind of just like, hey, like what should I get to make credits? And the Patriot's probably a really, really good choice. Um,
I like the Patriot okay. It's a little bit power creeps. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Chrysler's better, even though you're probably shooting more gold.
Chrysler's good. It's definitely an interesting one. I own it. The T103, if you're looking for a TD,
Yeah.
T103 is not bad. It's got a punchy gun.
Yep.
If you like that TD style, if you like the TD style, I'd go with the T103.
I'd stay away from the Alpine and the IS-6B
Yes.
because the pref tanks just aren't what they used to be.
No.
So
They-
don't
they're-
mess with them.
There's so many tier 9s out there now that are crazy.
The
Goose.
STG Guard is fun, but it's wonky, hard to use, but it's still fun. The Panzer Mutz is better than people give it credit for.
Goose, do you happen to have a 3-answer question worth 500 gold?
That's what Pilgrim does at the end.
Hold it.
Yeah.
No, but I'll do one better for you guys. I'll do one better. This is not something that normally I would do, but how do you do you do giveaways on your channel ever,
Yeah.
Vito?
Yeah.
Do you do it with like words or how do you do it?
Well, I have I can do the setup through Streamlabs for just a drawing, or
Let's
what?
do it.
All right.
Let's do a drawing.
What are we drawing?
Here, so the lucky person who wins this is going to get an M54 Renegade, 7,500 gold, and the 3D style for the Renegade
Holy cow! Where'd you get that goodness?
at Aquino.
Wow. Is it a code?
Yep.
Oh, and a Renegade code? Are you kidding me?
Nah, shit you not. Here,
How many you got?
It's just the one. It's the last one.
Nice. All right, let me get the thing set up here. We got where's the giveaway? There it is. Let me clear this one,
Come on, camera. Focus.
and we'll go to custom, edit.
There we go.
All right, so it's a Renegade giveaway.
Yep, Renegade 7,500 gold and a 3D style. If you already have the Renegade, you get 4 million credits.
Wow. All right, we're going to set this for 10 minutes. It's everyone.
B-Ted has a question for me. Question for Goose. Would you recommend a Kino? Yes, 1,000,000%. Question for Guido. Would you think about going to a Kino next year?
I would. I would have loved to have gone. Just wasn't able to make it happen this year. If I am invited, I will go. I guess you don't have to be invited. Obviously, they don't. Anyone can go that wants to, I suppose. Clearly. Did you go as a guest to Wargaming, or did you just pay your own way?
I went as a guest of War Game, but I paid my own ticket
Okay.
and my lodging, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely think about it. I'm hoping next summer that will be much more normal for everyone. And if there's a U.S. thing or something, I would like to get out to some of these things for sure.
Not only once uh, flies, but twice he got stopped at the border. Twice.
Who?
13 Disciple. He got turned away at the border twice.
Did he? Why?
I, you know, I don't know if it's something to do with his test. His test wasn't on file or something like that. His COVID test, but yeah, he got turned away twice, both borders, Huron and Detroit.
Holy
His
cow.
COVID card wasn't up to snuff, apparently. There you go.
All right, guys, so I changed it slightly. Normally on the channel, if you're a subscriber, you get 2 tickets, non-subscriber 1. I've changed it to 1 ticket for everybody because Goose's people are here as well. So we're going to just start the giveaway. It's 1 ticket for anyone who
This-
signs up.
People just tuning in, checking it out.
All right, you got 10 minutes.
So how do you sign up?
Well, there it is. Exclamation raffle. Wait a minute. Yeah, exclamation raffle will put you in. And it'll tell you if you got your ticket. So you can see that Triple M just got his ticket.
Sweet.
Templar's got his. So you got 10 minutes. It's countdown's going on now. And all you have to do is exclamation raffle. A Renegade in 7,500? What is the value
And the
on
3D
that?
style. It's like $100.
Holy
US.
cow, man.
It's a pretty hefty deal.
Goose, thank you very much for doing that. That is actually
Yeah,
fantastic.
dude. It's my last one, and I thought it would be a really cool thing for everybody who decided to get up to crack acid on to get here. Because I mean, goodness gracious.
That's awesome. Well, you're hired for next week if you got another one.
So only if I get another one. Jeez,
Yeah, we'll just kick Pilgrim to the curb, man. He's never brought a Renegade to my show.
I do also have some codes for like that I'm going to be doing random things to give a free Ram 2 tank and some stuff out.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I came home with a handful of those from Conneaut, and I spent a lot of time giving away. Those are great
Yeah.
things to have.
I love it. The Ram 2 is just, it's a cool little tier 5 tank. It's a Canadian tank, which is also super awesome.
Yeah.
So
It's built
problem.
on a Sherman Hull, right? Isn't it? Is it based on a
I
Sherman Hull?
believe so. I
think it
believe
is.
so.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it's like I said, guys, it's no problem, guys. It's
And by the way, this is Goose's link right there. So check out
I
his
appreciate that,
stream when Goose is streaming. So you said you went to sleep about what 3 hours ago, 5 hours ago?
yeah, it wasn't long ago. I was up until about 4:30 ish in the morning my time, because I was talking with Gwinnettic a little bit.
So if you have insomnia, check out Goose's channel because he will be up.
I'm
will-
usually kicking around somewhere.
He will
late at night.
apparently be streaming at 3 or 4 in the morning.
I have my moments. But last night was good. So I went to bed and I set my alarm because I knew if I didn't set my alarm, I wasn't getting up. Sorry.
Yeah. Holy cow.
It's good to have fun though, and that's the big thing.
So what else do you do, man? Do you have a day job? You don't have to tell us what it is. But
I got a full-time job.
like, so how do you even do that? How do you go that late and you just
I've learned recently that on my Mondays and Wednesday streams when I stream, I don't go as late anymore. 1 a.m. my time is about as late as I go.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe 2 a.m. if I'm feeling real good. But I had to because some nights I was still going at like 3 in the morning and then having to get up at 8 a.m. to go to work. was rough, and I
Yeah.
have problems. I have insomnia. I actually do. It's
Right.
clinical.
Yeah.
So I have problems sleeping anyway, but when I get tired, I've learned that when I get tired, I have to go to sleep at that immediate moment. Um,
Or
because
else,
if I
or
get,
else the time
or
will
else there's,
pass.
that's it. And if
Yeah.
I pass that time of being tired, I'm screwed for next 8 hours. I'm not going to bed. So
Oh man.
it's learning. It's
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
Goose, do you have any math theories that could coin as goosenomics? Oh, Jesus. No.
We went through we went through several things where Pilgrim was describing his plan on making money off of buying stuff for half price and selling it back,
Oh, geez.
which
Yeah, I
which you
mean that's
sell
a
back for
nutshell.
half price.
Yeah.
So so
Thanks, Todd.
there was nobody to be gained, but he was. So we've been kidding him for years about that now, for months, I
That's
suppose. Yeah,
hilarious.
we call
I
it
mean,
Pilgrinomics.
it's funny. I work for a bank. That's actually what my job is I work for one of the Canadian banks, and I do a lot of business stuff. I work with doing like business credit and lines of credit and loans,
Right.
different things like that for small businesses. Um, so that's kind of what I do. So gooseonomics, no. Bankonomics, tons. So it's kind of what I do. Last night was a crash night for you, Pig Flies. 49 degrees in the bedroom. Man, that's amazing. Oh, those are my temps right there.
Yeah,
Those are my
absolutely,
temps.
absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
No,
people learn that with the whole streaming thing. You know, you get this idea that I'm just going to power through this thing, and I'm going to build the community, and I'm going to build my channel, and I'm going to sacrifice some time for that. But eventually, you can run on for a long time, right?
oh
But
yeah.
not forever. But not
Nope.
forever.
There are times where uh, I'll reach a point where I just literally I'm gonna go lay down now.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of those experiences in my life where I went uh 60 plus hours without sleeping, and then my body basically just shut down. It was like I will never forget it. I was at a buddy's house, and we were there for a LAN party to play Red Alert. There was like 8 of us. We all had our computers there at this guy's house and setting them all up and everything. And I was about 62 hours without sleep, and I sat on the couch and literally passed out. Like we're talking, passed out for 4 hours to the point where I wouldn't wake up. They literally rolled me off the couch and kind of into a corner with a blanket and pillow, and I didn't wake up with them doing this. I woke
Yeah.
up and was all kinds of disconcerted.
Yeah.
About 4 hours later, I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" Like, you know what I mean? It was crazy.
Well, your body will quit. You
Yeah,
know, it can't
yeah.
go on forever. It will simply just shut down on
It's
you.
shut down. It's like, yeah, we're going to bed now, and we don't
Yeah.
care where you are. It's like, and that was probably the one time in my life I was probably about 22 when it happened, and that was a real eye opener for me that I had sleeping issues.
Well, I saw
You
that in
know,
the desert. Had a Marine come in. We were on the radios doing the aviation stuff, and three Humvees around each other. And this guy comes. I think it was actually the chaplain. So he'd been going for I don't know how many days he'd been going. So he comes in and he into the little center of the U shape, and he sits down, puts his back. He's sitting on the dusty sand, his back against the wheel of a Humvee. You see him sitting there resting. And then he puts his head back, and exactly what you're saying. He puts his head back, his eyes shut, and then
yep,
he tips over. His face goes into the sand. You know, the helmet kind of comes off a little bit, it's strapped, so it's like this. And he's sitting there breathing. You see the sand going. And
poor
I mean,
guy, man.
he is just in the sand. It's like the guys rolled him over so he was flat, so he wasn't breathing in sand. And he slept for like 3 hours just like that. I mean, his body, as soon as he sat down and stopped moving, and he
Yep.
put his head back and closed his eyes, it was lights out, gone.
Yeah, it was insane. And I
Yeah.
remember when it was because we saw Starship Troopers in theaters. It was like an action-packed weekend. It was literally just everything I went to a sleepover on the Friday night. Then on the Saturday night, I went to a second sleepover. We went and saw Starship Troopers. Then on the third day, the Sunday, uh, Sunday night was the LAN party. So I left my other buddies sleepover, and it was just nuts. I'll never forget it because I woke up and was all. If you've ever been awake for that long and then you just crash, you don't remember sleeping. You don't remember falling asleep,
Right.
and you don't remember when you wake up, like where you were.
Where
Like
you
I
are,
was
yeah.
super like just out of it, like
Oh
very
yeah.
out of sorts. It was really strange. I'll never forget it. It was a very odd thing.
Yeah. Well, I've
By the
seen.
way, winner of the raffle, guys, just send me a message here in Twitch, please, when you win, so I can send you the code.
I'm assuming this is NA.
Yes, it is 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I
So apologies to any
apologize.
EU people who might be watching.
It's NA only, top corner. I'm so sorry.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen people fall asleep in the middle of briefings,
Yeah, it's.
just sitting there in their battle rattle, and then you look over and they're gone.
What do you guys do at that point in the military if you see that? Do you just let them
If it's
sleep,
your
or?
buddy, if it's your buddy, you tap them. But sometimes you just let them go. You know, somebody will be up there briefing away, and you fill them in on what they missed. You know, it depends on what the situation is.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
feel
times,
that.
the army sees this all the time. I mean, they kind of just ignore it because usually it's a micro nap and they're up in 30 seconds, a minute, something like that.
Yeah, it's amazing how much energy you can get from those little micro naps.
Yeah.
20-minute man power naps, they are the worst for me. It felt like I slept for like 4 hours sometimes on those little 20-minute naps for me. I'm like, I wake up and like, shit. Like, I'm screwed. A guy I used to motorcycle with fell asleep while riding, laid his head on the tank and dozed off. It was last night. And he had been riding for 6 hours. He woke up, got to the shoulder, with his head started banging on the tank. Oh my God.
Yikes.
That's scary.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like I said, the body, and some people have it different than others, but literally, people fall asleep at the wheel all the time. They get themselves too exhausted. Your performance, while extremely tired, is very similar to being drunk.
Oof.
You may not have the double vision and the lack of not awareness, but inhibitions. You don't have that. But as far as just physically being able to operate machinery while you're extremely tired, plus the whole falling asleep micro nap thing while you're operating machinery is a bad thing.
I've had that happen to me a couple times, where I literally passed out, literally, and woke up with that like, oh, like I need to pull over now. Like I used to drive. I've always worked two jobs. It's literally something I've always done. So about 5 years ago, I was working a job as a delivery guy for photocopiers, and I used to do that in medical supplies. And I would work I used to work overnights at the job at the bank. I'd work till like 2 in the morning, and then I'd go to my other job from 2 in the morning. I'd get there, I'd load up my van, and I'd be out by 5 to drive, and I'd be done. I'd be back home. It'd be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd sleep for 4 hours, go work my night job. So I
Yeah.
did this for like a year. And one of the scariest things, I was delivering medical supplies to northern New Brunswick, and I'd been driving for 3.5 hours, delivered them, made my drop, and was on my way home. And I'll never forget, I nodded, and luckily we have these things on the side of the highway that they're like shoulder grooves, so they
Yeah.
make like a loud
Oh
like
yeah. That's why they do
noise when
that.
you hit them.
That's why they're there.
Um,
Yep.
but when I woke up, it wasn't my first set of tires that hit it, but my second set.
Yeah.
It was my driver tires that were over and I was literally in the ditch almost. I was like,
Yeah.
I pulled over and napped for 45 minutes. I was just like, it was so scary, man. There's some, like people like, it's some scary stuff, dude.
Well, the thing that gets
But
people usually in that case is not necessarily that they fall asleep and they start going over. Obviously, if you get in the ditch asleep, then the car. What happens is people wake up and they jerk the wheel,
yeah,
and now you're rolling or sliding or whatever.
you're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's some scary stuff, dude.
Yep.
It's,
Or you
you
cross
know,
the lane if you're not undivided thing. You cross the lane and then you're head on to somebody.
yeah. It's good to see Mr. Beetlebum here.
Yeah,
too.
man,
Good to see
Mr. Beetlebum,
BB.
what's happening? He's making some breakfast. What are you making?
Man, I want breakfast.
What are we having? I need
I'm gonna
some,
go. I'm gonna make some crepes after this.
Yeah, as soon as we give away this Renegade here, I'm gonna make some more coffee because
Did you just say
Renegade. That's my.
Renegade?
That's my. That's
Oh
my. That's my name for that
Oh,
tank.
I'm calling this thing that from now
Yeah,
on.
it's
Hey
the
guys, I got my
Renegade.
Renegade yesterday. It's a phenomenal vehicle.
I
Everybody should
play a
get
little game
Renegade.
with. I play a little game because when I started making YouTube videos, yeah, I kind of stream of consciousness when I'm making the videos. So I get on a map like Steps. I'm like, all right, here we are on Steeps. And what would happen is, I thought everyone got that I was being funny or sarcastic or whatever. And usually later in the video, I say it's Steps or whatever. Fjords is fjords. You know, I got a lot of little words. So inevitably, down in the comments, somebody will be typing, it's pronounced Steps.
You mean Steeps?
Yeah, Steeps. And so I just started doing it on purpose because it's fun to wind people up. Not that I'm trying to be a jerk to them.
No,
It's just
I
people.
do it all the time, but I'm
People are
Canadian,
funny.
so people just assume it's a Canadianism.
Yeah,
I do it all the time, man.
that's
All
right,
the
Six
time.
Pack Daddy. You done messed up, Ron.
Right? I absolutely love my potatoes, man. They're so good.
Oh, the potatoes. Yeah, yeah.
They're delicious.
The
Oh, geez.
tomatoes. Hey, look at that! A cheer. The Black Hawk. Thank you so much. 200.
Oh man, he doesn't have the song. It's not my stream.
Oh, what is the song?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is that your favorite word?
Which word?
Mine is interesting. I say it all the time in my videos. What's
Interesting.
interesting?
No, me, it's phenomenal. I say
Phenomenal.
it literally everywhere, all the time.
And apparently it
it's
has
habit.
it has a
It has
song.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear this or not. That's phenomenal.
I did hear it.
Phenomenal.
Who is that?
Phenomenal. Me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did somebody do that for you?
Yeah. Somebody
Nice.
made it. Old Man the Wise and Tactical Illusion, one of his mods, they realized that I happened to say this word a lot,
Yeah.
and they came up with this jingle. And it has literally become a thing now. Whenever I say the word phenomenal, it has to get played when I'm
gets played.
streaming because it's a word I use to describe like something that's awesome. It's pretty funny.
What if
You
it's
guys-
awesomely phenomenal?
It is,
Or
exactly.
phenomenally
Yeah.
awesome?
No, I tell you, it's 100% right there. But do you want to draw a winner?
I do. Wargan says, I'm not trying to be a jerk. It just jumps out exactly, Wargans. That's Look, here's
fair.
the thing. I come by it honestly. I'm a Gen Xer. We are built on sarcasm. That's all we have. Our entire personalities are generally wrapped around sarcasm. I came up in a profession that adds extra doses of sarcasm on top. So, all right, let's get a winner, man.
Extra doses.
Yeah.
Of sarcasm.
I am completely inoculated against it.
I
Sarcasm.
love this shirt, man. This shirt I got.
Stug life.
Stug life.
So you got that at Aquino?
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the winner?
Let's do it.
All right, we got 21 people in on this bad boy. Here we go, and the winner is
Boom.
Gabe.
Gabe. Wow. All right.
Gabe is the winner. Rigged. That's right. It's always rigged if you don't win.
Rigged.
It's always rigged if you don't win.
Yo. What's up, Gabe?
Gabe,
Send me
yeah, send a message to Goose.
That's okay. I already got to take care of.
You know what? All right, great, perfect.
Just give me a sec.
That was a Renegade 7,500 gold, and what else?
The 3D style, the Dead or Alive style.
The Dead or Alive style. Holy cow, man, that's awesome. Well, thank
Gabe,
you
I'm
for
sending
that.
it to you in Discord, brother. W.
The beauty of a code is they don't have to wait.
Nope. There is no waiting. It is immediate.
Type it in, and there's your tank. There's your tank. All right, so you're looking forward to Waffentrager? I think I am. That is going to start on Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So that's the official kickoff, in my opinion, of the holiday season. Right? We have the Halloween thing. We go into the Thanksgiving stuff, and then we got Christmas coming up. So it's on like Donkey Kong, my friends.
Yeah. The code is sent to you, Gabe. Thank you very much, dude.
Damien,
yeah,
Damien's are always rigged.
yeah. Uh, it's a kickoff for the events here at Wargaming that are great.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're going to get to see like you get your Halloween stuff. You get this. This is kind of the kickoff into the Christmas and the season of tanks where it's the most fun to be in the game. I'll always say that. It's fun to see what they have cooking for Christmas boxes this year. I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of interested to see because I haven't heard anything about the Halloween event. Have you?
That's what we're having.
No, this is not the Halloween
Oh,
event.
you think there's something other than this? I thought this was
I
it.
do. No, last year we had this and like the Mirny, remember?
Did we really?
Yes, we had this and then there was that Mirny 13 event.
So that's where the boxes were.
Yes.
Oh, so maybe we do have Halloween boxes still coming.
Yeah. I just like I said,
Ah, right. I forgot about that. I totally
so
forgot about that.
I would love to see I haven't heard anything about a Halloween event yet this year. But I do strongly recommend everybody who's here, next time World of Tanks on Tuesday or Thursday has their thing, I would go in there and I'm sorry, Tragic in advance and AF and everybody who's on that stream. I would go in there, guys, and bug the shit out of them and ask them if there's a Halloween event.
Yeah. Because clearly the CCs don't know.
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything. That's what I would do.
Like mushrooms kept in the dark and fed crap. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Wargaming NA, you guys are fantastic. Uh, unlike you might think from a lot of people, I actually like this game.
I do. I enjoy
It's
it.
a great
I
game.
play it for fun, man. I don't. That's one of the big things, dude. Right? It's just not getting salty. Like it's just, yeah. There's
Yeah.
some shitty things that happen, and when you see somebody, being silly in a scout or being silly in a heavy tank and stuff, it's just, just chalk it up and move on to the next one and laugh kind of at what you're seeing, but
Yeah.
don't type anything. That's what I. It's just, it's my thing behind it. Just enjoy it. You know?
There's another red battle button in the garage. Just go press that and
Yeah.
get on
Yeah.
with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, press
Mirny is coming back, says Meld. Oh,
that. Meldeeth knows, huh? Okay.
Meld knows, man. Yeah, I got to talk to your agent there, Meld, because mine sucks compared to yours.
Todd says if it's someone's being silly, it's probably him. So don't yell at him.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I've done some things in game, and not only that, you gotta like. There's some guys like in that have some disabilities that play this game, and we've all seen it. Where
Yeah.
we get angry. It's like but they're literally trying their best to do their best.
Right. Right.
And that's a big thing. Like you see guys that are have access to sometimes only limited function in two of their fingers, you know what I mean, on one hand and stuff like that, and they're trying to move their tank with, could you imagine using WSAD but only being able to use one finger to do one at a time?
Right. I think there's another important thing to think about as well. No matter how good you are or think you are, potentially,
Yeah.
there's always somebody better who thinks you're being an idiot.
It's it's completely fair.
Right? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And the better you get, the fewer of those there are, but there always is that person who thinks you're being stupid. So
Yeah.
there
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
Yeah. I get salty at the Super Conquer players that scream out it's a loss at the start. Yeah, that is annoying. I do agree with that. The battle's not over till it's over.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Yep. Yeah, if excuse me, goodness.
Bless you, dude.
If XVM or some other statistic was all it took to figure out who won, we wouldn't have to play the game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
there you go.
It's a game. It's fun. It's meant to have a good time. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, all right,
So-
Goose man, I much appreciate you coming by. This has been
Thanks very
a
much.
joy.
Thanks
I
for
hope
having me.
everybody enjoyed having Goose along for the ride on Coffee Talk. Like I said, I should be streaming on Monday, probably Friday. When's your next stream, Goose?
Monday, tomorrow night.
Okay. When do you usually stream for the people who may not watch you too much?
So on Mondays I start at 7 p.m. Eastern and I go until usually 11 or midnight Eastern. Tomorrow I will be streaming the Mirny or the Waffentrager stuff. I'm gonna
Okay.
be out there playing that. I'm gonna try to do some platoons with people on the Harrier side. See if we can get some groups together
There you go.
and show some of these waffle players some losses.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's my goal.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Much appreciated. We're going to sign off. That is all I've got from south of the border.
Awesome. Well, guys, this is all I got from north of the border.
Perfect.
So up here in Canada today, it's a rainy day at about 58 degrees. So I'm happy.
Excellent. See you later, guys.
Have a good one.